Go ahead. What's up, y'all? Melanination is back. I'm Courtland. You can call me CJ.
I'm Stacy. You can call me Stacy.
I'm Cheetah, better known as Cheetah Rose around campus.
And we also have some special guests on the panel today.
I'm Jared. You can call me Jared.
I'm Jordan. That's it.
I am Daniel.
He don't talk like that. He does not talk like that.
So as y'all know, today's show is about gender roles, but first we're going to get into some news. ESPN suspended Jamel Hill for violation of social media policy. So ESPN has suspended Jamel Hill for what it said was a second violation of network's social media guidelines on Monday. So what do y'all feel about that?
I didn't hear about this. What did he do, like, specifically?
What did she do? Let me see. It says Dallas Cowboys owner Jerry Jones after Jones threatened to bench any player who kneels during the national anthem. I think she made, what comment did she make? She previously acknowledged letting her colleagues and company down with an impulsive tweet. So I guess she tweeted something mentioning Jerry Jones.
I mean, free
and
speech.
And they suspended her for it.
I don't know. Like, I understand when you work for a company, like, you know, you gotta abide by law, rules or whatever. But at the same time, you know, it's like free speech. You should be able to say what you want to say.
Yeah, they said that they're boycotting the Dallas. She suggested people should boycott the Dallas Cowboys advertisers, or they should boycott them. So
you can't really speak out against the company. That's my thing. Like, if you work with ESPN, you're also working with the NFL. So if you're talking down on a certain company like Cowboys, then you're gonna knock off views for ESPN most definitely. So
how I feel is if she was Becky with blonde hair, she wouldn't have been suspended.
That's true.
Because really, what they really gonna do, they're gonna end up firing her anyways. Like, I can see it now, or either they're gonna make it look like she's just gonna leave and take a step off. But in reality, they're going to fire her. I believe if it was Becky and she sat there and said, oh, we're going to boycott the NFL, they would have went right along with her. The NFL would have probably been mad, but they would still back her up. I think it's more of a racial issue than anything because she spoke up for what she believed in.
I just think it's hypocritical as fuck because Donald Trump consistently tweets stupid-ass stuff on a consistent basis.
Right.
And nobody is saying, why is he still in office?
Right. Yeah, but that's another thing with people's in different positions. You can have a certain role or a different power in the world and not get checked for it.
Yeah, like Trump, he can't just go and get fired the next day. Like, she's in tangent.
You know,
I'm
if
aware of
he
that.
got these next 3 votes in the Senate or in House, he'd be out of there. But, you know, people sleep. They're waiting for him to really fuck up, and that's, like, not okay.
And moving on, NFL may change the policy that players should stand for the anthem. NFL owners will meet next week to consider changes to a game manual that says players should stand during the national anthem, a guideline the league has left to discretion of players who kneeled in large numbers after criticism from President Donald Trump.
I don't think it's going to pass. I'm sorry. I don't think it's going to pass because eventually once they pass that, it's going to be a lot of their money-maker athletes. They're going to say, oh, I'm going to sit out the game. Because, I mean, they're taking away, you know, their right to not want to do the Pledge of Allegiance or not to show respect for it. Yes. I mean, they really don't have to. I mean, a lot of them, I'll be honest, I could see a lot of them just doing it for attention, doing it, get a little clout, get some followers. And majority of them are doing it because it actually means something to them. Like, they're standing up for black people.
That's not true. Because literally, after Donald Trump had said, like, these son of a bitches and calling them all son of bitches that didn't stand, they decided, okay, well, since Donald Trump going to speak out, I'm finna do it against him. Like, that's what it is. It's not about Black Lives Matter or anything like that when it should be.
When Colin was doing it, they were nowhere to be found. He was doing it by himself. Now,
right.
Since Donald Trump called them out their names, they want to.
That's why I said a lot of them just doing it for attention.
But the NFL will take a lot away from these players. Like, okay, you're benched, but we could find somebody else like you because you're only a number. Like once you're injured, you're gone. Unless you're like a complete star player. But with that, like I feel like players are gonna go, but so far, like, cause Colin Kaepernick, like I really respect him. Like he went all the way to saying like I don't care if I'm coming back to the NFL. I'm doing this for me. And he has been doing a whole lot of things for him. But a lot of the other players, I'm pretty sure that once somebody says, "Hey, look, y'all can't do this no more. If y'all do it, y'all getting fined $250,000." They're gonna be like, I'm not going that far from my.
So the ones that's not making that's not making millions, they're gonna say that. But the ones that are making millions, okay.
Honestly, I think that. I mean, but also like some black players. I'm not gonna say they're whitewashed, but they get money now and they just like, I see the system ain't that bad. It's just that you're not really working with it.
Yeah.
And they're trying to make it better than it is. So I feel like a lot of the black players, like even Michael Vick, I could see him not caring about it. Because, I mean, he got his and he made his own for himself. But it's not like he's going to be the one to try to be on the front line saying, yeah, I'm going to sit down too because this, and this.
And a lot of people support the issues, but they just don't have the gumption or the want or the drive to go all the way with the protests. They can just fully support them, like, know what, they got it, but I don't want to cause any harm or drama in my life, my situation, because I'm not fully aware of the consequences.
Mm-hmm. So moving on, Viola Davis is writing a children's story. You love Viola.
I love her.
Vikings children books told the Associated Press on Tuesday that Viola Davis is writing a Corduroy Takes a Bow, which continues the story of a teddy bear made famous in Don Freeman's $1 million selling book. Illustrated by Jody Wheeler, Corduroy Takes a Bow comes out September 11, 2018. Marketing the original book's 50th anniversary. So what do y'all think about that?
I'm gonna go buy it.
That's my
Corduroy's the
honey. Right.
Support your black folks.
No,
Black
supporting corduroy.
Yes. She gets all the snaps, y'all. Also in news, Lil B is suspended from Facebook for a hate speech. His hate speech includes he wants to be one of those black guys that is at a white power rally to support my fellow humans, and he also mentions how he has love and support for the KKK and Nazis.
People still using Facebook?
That's what I said. You see it? Well, he put it on Facebook, and it's also made it to Twitter. How that works. So how y'all feel about Lil B? Because I'm a little confused.
Well, the thing with Base God is that like he's always been saying like the most radical stuff.
It's that time.
It's not.
He's a troll.
Exactly.
He's not.
I don't think people should take anything he's saying seriously.
Yeah, because I mean, even looking at the previous tweets that they keep saying, and also his Facebook post about, wanting to love the Nazis and be a part of KKK, giving him a black robe. Some people may see it as humor, while others may see it as, like, nigga, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, for real, nigga.
I feel like he just talking to be talking. Like that's really what he does though. If you think about it, like if you ever just seen his tweets, he just be saying shit to say it. Like
probably the majority of the time while he's making all this, he's like high as shit.
Yeah.
He's gone. He's on another planet in another universe. Also in news, a Pennsylvania college has barred the public from seeing a provocative art exhibit on slavery, white supremacy, racist violence against blacks, deeming it potentially disturbing. Okay, this is, but I can't even finish reading this because it just made me sick, because we all know the truth about our country. We all know the truth about slavery, and I just feel like when it comes to revealing the truth, whether it is showing us, like, showing our ancestors being lynched, it always get covered up. Yeah, like they trying to whitelist it to make it seem so, this didn't happen. It's all rainbows, cookies, and ice cream.
They don't teach certain stuff in schools. Like, why are y'all trying to cover up the truth?
Right.
It's because white people write our textbooks. Let's be 110.
Well, it's also hard for people to acknowledge tragic history when they don't want to own up to it, though. Because that's the same reason we don't fully celebrate Juneteenth.
Right.
Like I celebrated.
I would be honest. I went to a very diverse school, but I didn't know what Juneteenth was until I got to Tuskegee, and I went to a PWI institution before I got here. I'm like, what is this holiday? Like, what is y'all done made up now? And my big mom had to sit down. I was like, girl, this is like a real holiday, and told me all about it. And I was like, why they don't teach this in school? Like, it just seemed like they skipped. If y'all haven't realized, they skipped a big chunk of our history when it comes to black people. The only thing they probably talk about is Malcolm X briefly, briefly. Briefly. And that's
She gets a
it.
paragraph. Let's be
And,
real.
and Barack Obama is generous enough to get one page.
Yeah. I went to a private school with 4.5 black kids in my grade. And when I say we didn't learn about anything black whatsoever, 4.5 black kids.
Yeah.
But so pretty much we didn't learn anything about black history at all. And I'll say I'm actually related to Malcolm X, and so not even knowing what he was or who he was in school, I promise you I am. But that was kind of a letdown.
Your family tree.
Yeah.
It's very, very interesting.
Breaking news, guys. We're getting Boosie for homecoming. So.
No. Are you serious? My whole house. Oh, no, we're not.
Girl, you got me excited.
Did she just
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute. I was finna jump out this whole scene, bro. You can't do that.
We had to wake y'all up.
Nope, we're not.
It's October.
We just wanted y'all to wake up. Go ahead, music.
I'm finna cry.
More
By the way, and we're not getting Life Genesis for homecoming.
Life Genesis.
That's what they saying on Facebook and Twitter. Genesis.
What?
Wait, this
Genesis.
is Genesis instead of Jennings.
Yes, Life Genesis.
Oh, wow.
Anywho, I'm done.
Somebody was saying
So, new music, everyone. I can't even come back from that. So did y'all know Ludacris making music again? But yeah, he got a new song out, Vices. I'm gonna have to go check that out. Hopefully he sound, out there or whatever. Maroon 5 has a new song called Help Me Out. Sam Smith has a new song called Pray. Someone can't spell, but Take Me Apart album just dropped today, of course. Kalayla. I can't read then.
She's lit, y'all.
I'm gonna have to check her out because I don't know who she is. Harmony of Difference EP by Kamari Washington and Bougie with a hoodie.
Hey, with a hoodie.
I mean, okay.
that's what it says.
But by the biggest artist. So y'all go check out this new music. My feelings hurt. I can't even talk to y'all no more. Some Boosie coming for homecoming.
My bad, y'all. Don't attack me when you see me on campus. But we're going to
Attack
take a quick break and we'll be right back with our topic for today.
Dollar bill shit, man. Yeah. Okay, now I don't wanna deal with these broke ass hoes and these broke ass niggas claiming that they CEOs. Yeah, having my way anyway, man. Fuck the cons and pros, and you claiming you a freak. Well, bitch, it's time to drop that dough. Yeah, I don't wanna deal with these broke ass hoes and these broke ass niggas claiming that they CEOs. Yeah, having my way anyway, man. Fuck the cons and pros, and you claiming you a freak. Well, bitch, it's time to drop that dough. Yeah.
Boss shit like Rose, fuck white girls like Coldplay, no cold words, my circle tight. I'm dodging bitches like Olay. Brutus bitch, you knew the shit. I'm in the game, but you knew to this. Had to ice out my crucifix. Cold as hell, fuck a sale. Easy money like KD. Went for round and round with no AC. The drop tops and big APs. No 6 to 9, she just ate me. I'll be high when I'm 18. The difference is our differences. I don't give a fuck and you sensitive. Like baby ass, but you full of shit. Hop out the coupe with a handful of loot and a freak on my side that smoke just like I do. She bout that action like Piggy, I chew. Blessing the pussy every time I'm through. I leave a murder scene, I straight up murder teams. Big roster blunts for the smaller things. Dropping ashes on my bummy G's. How the fuck you a bus and you don't own a team? Nigga, you
okay,
pussy.
now I don't wanna deal with these broke ass hoes and these broke ass niggas claiming that they CEOs. Yeah, having my way anyway, man. Fuck the cons and pros, and you claiming you a freak. Well, bitch, it's time to drop that dough. Yeah, I don't wanna deal with these broke ass hoes and these broke ass niggas claiming that they CEOs. Yeah, having my way anyway, man. Fuck the cons and pros, and you claiming you a freak. Well, bitch, it's time to drop that show. Yeah, pussy little nigga, dollar bill Khalil at it again. Say you ain't having my money tomorrow, I'm calling my shooters and sending them in. Pussy nigga, fuck you, got no love for you. We ain't even finna see the pretend. I'm the type of defense and you don't try to question a nigga. I sit back and grin, paint the picture like the storyteller. My Alaska bitch say I'm the coldest ever. That's in any weather. Yeah, that pussy good, but your sister's better. You can't fuck in my car, hold that Prada leather. and I'm very clever. She wanna be my new Cinderella. Get what I told that hoe probably never. But she know I like my wing lemon pepper. And I getting money in 3 ways. We ain't even draw the mid-tape. By that money you get switch blade. Just ask your hoe how my D-take. Casanova when it come to these bitches been having these hoes since the 5th grade. You say you the plug and I'm fucking your bra. We setting you up for a quick. Okay, now I don't wanna deal with these broke ass hoes.
Alright guys, we're back and our topic for today is gender roles. So what are your general opinions about gender roles?
Gender roles are like, it depends on like how you view them. Like some people, they can get real radical about it, and then you gotta be like, they're like an in between. I don't know, cause like it's sometimes you can like say like, you know, okay, well I see where you would get this like men crying. Like some girls don't like that, but like I mean I don't mind it, but like some people don't fuck with it. So that could be that's a gender role, you know. But it depends on how you view it.
I feel like it's very stereotypical, and it's almost like labeling someone, basically saying like, oh, since you're a woman and you were born a woman, you're supposed to cook clean, be sensitive, be feminine, be, you know, seen, not heard. I feel like it's just stereotypes, old stereotypes.
Yeah.
Like, you supposed to do this.
I mean, there's social standards because it's a way, like, biblically in olden times, people were raised to fit this certain standard and a certain way of life. And then now coming to this new age where people are saying, fuck you to the Bible and stuff like that. Not saying for anyone religious.
Yeah.
For anyone religious. But people are saying, like, these stuff doesn't make sense or doesn't fit. Like, how homosexual people are damned to hell, but yada, yada.
I feel like when it comes to gender roles, if you want to speak biblically about gender roles, you also have to be very aware that times are changing. That's why it's called a New Testament and it's not Old Testament. So a lot of the values and gender roles, being one of them, are changing. And a lot of them are just being changed to fit people's lifestyle, to make them more comfortable and be able to, you know, love themselves. Because people are saying you have to be this, when in reality you are this, and that's what you feel comfortable doing.
I feel like gender roles are stupid to a certain extent.
Right.
Yeah. You know, because I still want a man to protect me. I'm not going to get mad when a man open the door for me, you feel me? I just feel like to a certain extent, like some specific gender roles are stupid, very stupid and played, but others I wouldn't be mad if they played. So.
I mean, I feel like it's just the whole thing of, I mean, first thing, gender roles, they also teach how to be a gentleman. Like, growing up, you know, guy's supposed to do this, open the door, because, I mean, it's supposed to be your lady. You're supposed to look at her like, this is your queen. So, honestly, being a male, I mean, some gender roles really help you out, and I don't know about for females, because, you know, I'm not really a female, and I don't really study y'all gender roles and whatnot, but I just feel like a whole lot of things, even arguments are stopped because of gender roles, because most of the time, males don't really be arguing back, like, that's just us. We not about to sit here and go back and forth with you like a lady. So, honestly, I feel like ladies get to get their point across a lot more. I'm not saying we hear y'all, but at least y'all feel like we listening.
Yeah.
So that's one part of gender roles that I really appreciate.
Okay, communicate.
Y'all listening, but y'all still miss everything.
What y'all to waste an hour arguing about the same topic, even though we both know the answer to it?
Sometimes
I'm not gonna lose.
Sometimes we just want y'all to say, look, shut up, sit down. Like, we want you to be dominant and be like, nigga, did he just tell me to shut up, sit down?
If a man,
like, it's stuff like that.
If a man hits you with, I'm not about to argue with you like a female, be like, why not? Why not?
Yeah, I'm gonna go back and forth with
why
you.
not?
Exactly.
Like,
that's all we want. If we really arguing about something stupid, we want your attention.
Yeah. That's
now,
exactly it.
we just want them 7 and 10 inches and we done.
Whoa there.
Whoa. Just saying.
Oh.
I had to wake y'all up. Wake y'all up on that stuff.
Hey, man.
Okay.
Moving on. In your country, are there responsibilities of a mother the same responsibilities? Excuse me. In this country, is the responsibilities of a mother the same responsibilities as a father?
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I don't believe it.
Okay, wait. In today's day and age, I mean, come on, like, be real. Today's day and age, you gonna say like you can have a housewife, but you can't have a house husband?
You can't have a house husband.
Exactly.
They just
Y'all want to be
can't
house
do the same
husbands?
thing.
So y'all don't.
Hell no.
Also, y'all don't want to
I could be a house
clean raise
husband.
y'all bathroom.
I could easily be a house
Okay,
husband.
so what about single? What about single?
It's some
parents?
things.
Single parents are the best parents.
Okay,
in the world,
see,
like,
those are
best
superheroes. That's
Yeah,
different.
yeah.
So they don't. So they don't have
That's
the same
no, but that's not
responsibility?
what we're really saying. We're saying in like the happy household,
Okay.
mother and father.
So you're saying when there's both?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
like me personally,
Mhm.
I don't really like cooking, but I'm gonna kill the bug you see, and it's just like 50-50.
Yeah.
Okay, so if I cook, you finna clean.
Yeah.
That's not.
Say less.
I'll do that.
See, look
What?
at
Right there. No.
Whoa.
No.
I'll
Or no.
May not
clean
have to be
outside,
immediately.
like. I
No, you gonna clean the dishes
lawn.
after I just cooked? Like, I
That's-
slaved over the stove for you for a couple hours. You finna cook, you
That's
finna
why
clean. Like,
we got kids. See, it's a whole lot of things. There's levels to it.
So you didn't have the kids.
Don't forget to call in, y'all, at 334-569-9728 and give us your opinion about the topic.
From the social worker point of view, technically, yeah, I'm a social work
She
major.
dropped her
Everyone.
major.
But cause I mean, I'm really in my books. I don't just be out here partying. But to be honest, in this day and age, and like I said, times are changing. Mothers and fathers do have the same responsibilities nowadays. They're both working hard, trying to support the family. They're both cooking now. Everybody's cleaning. Everybody's raising kids. Cause right now, what we've learning that single fathers are raising more kids than a single mother.
Put that work in.
So therefore, I just feel like the roles, including gender roles and the responsibilities, they're also equal, but they're changing as well too.
I think they're just different. Like a mother and a father. If you have a single mother and a single father, they're not gonna raise the kid the same way.
right,
At
they're
all.
not at all.
It's still the responsibility to raise the kid, but at the same time, it's like you can't expect a dad to go and do something that a mom would normally do. Like, you know, it's just different stuff.
Yeah,
Girls do some things better than
Yeah.
guys.
Like breastfeeding.
Can
Like,
we talk about the stigma that's put on single mothers opposed to single fathers, and how single mothers are seen as negative
Yeah,
opposed
man,
to single
fathers
fathers?
you so great.
Exactly.
Well,
It's because fathers don't really be around for real. So
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean,
still around.
they just come Christmas, birthday, drop off little gifts.
Christmas.
Yeah, well,
You got
you may
that.
see them
You got
Christmas.
that?
I mean, I had to get that. Okay, I had to get that. My dad got too many kids now to be trying to celebrate Christmas. So, but yeah, I got Christmas birthdays, and that's when I see my dad. And then when your real daddy step down, your stepdad steps up. So
Yeah. But I mean, like, coming from, like, a single dad household, like, I feel like dads, they put in a lot more work because they don't have the same tendencies to nurture. Like, I'm our house full of girls, that's pretty much it, and my dad. And so it's just, like, they don't have the same tendencies to nurture, so they put in more work. I personally feel like they put in more work. But that's just because, I'm a girl. Like, I had a dad, I didn't have a mom. So it's like, they're putting in more work to nurture you and to shape you into a young woman versus, like, if I was a boy, like, we gonna roughhouse and stuff. Like, it's gonna be chill. It's not like that.
Is anybody with like a full house, like mother,
I
father?
mean,
Well,
at one point.
I
Lucky,
mean,
y'all explain
yeah.
that.
Y'all are lucky.
I mean, me myself, I grew up with a
Oh,
mom
you're
and a
happy,
father.
got it.
Yeah, I had a full home. I had my older brother, me, and my mom and dad. We grew up in a happy house. It was like things were just divided equally. Like if someone wanted to cook that day, someone cooked. If someone cleaned, it did like that. It was just an equal. There was no established rules or settings in the mode. It's like most times my mom did cook because it's just what she did. She was a better cook. And then every now and then my dad busted out because he was hungry and my mama wasn't there. Or we just out here starving. It's just like, you know what? I'm just gonna take like, you know what? I'm just gonna cook today because I need something to eat.
And most of the time, y'all girls don't even want us guys to cook. Y'all just like, all right, let me do it.
Yeah,
That's because sometimes y'all be doing it wrong, and I be like, no, it's
See,
not
'cause y'all are
happening.
better.
Like,
Because y'all are better at it. It's like,
So while we talking about, families and households and the responsibilities of a mother and father, so what do y'all see as a typical male or female? And do y'all consider yourself as a typical male or female?
I don't think there's a typical. There are standards defined for our social classes and stuff like that, and like what's the word?
I don't think there's a typical man and woman.
Yeah, I don't think there's a typical
Different
standard
types of
for it.
I guess, like, from my point of view, like, just by looking at this question, I feel like basically with the question basically saying, okay, a typical man is, he's gonna go out, work, provide for the family, he has the first and last say so, and the woman, like I stated earlier, she just, cook, clean, raise the kids, and sing but not heard.
I'm just here, fam.
But I don't consider myself as a typical woman because I'm outspoken and I'm gonna stand up and you're not gonna tell me to sit down.
Man, really, I see myself as like a Tuskegee gentleman, but nah.
It's a myth. It's a myth.
Nah, man. Sometimes y'all,
bro.
some of these women on campus deserve to just Tuskegee gentlemen. I'm like, you know what? Why?
That's true.
You're right.
What are they doing to not deserve? May I ask?
The women, what are they doing to not deserve a Tuskegee gentleman?
I
can name a lot.
Right.
Like,
Girls, y'all always be like,
y'all be tripping sometimes.
Yes.
Yeah,
What is
like,
tripping though? Like
tripping? Y'all be getting attitudes. Y'all be having multiple guys. And
So
saying
what
you
did
still
you
love
do?
them.
my
Like,
sir, look at
Like
that.
really, like.
Come on, then y'all not going. First of all, let me go ahead. Well, you done make that. Where's my roommate? First of all,
Men are shook. Their roles are switching now.
Well, okay.
They're doing the stuff that they be doing, y'all. They shook.
okay. The same thing that we women do,
Thanks
y'all
for
men do
accepting
it too. Y'all go for these
Speaking of
little
gender
naive, little hot tail females thinking they gonna be loyal to y'all and show y'all some respect.
Okay.
Then y'all get mad.
We gotta call it, y'all.
Oh, I was
You
gonna
gotta
get
call
all
it.
in
I
y'all.
was waiting for you to finish.
They can
Like,
call it. I was about to say something.
I was waiting for it.
I was really.
I was waiting for like, come on.
with you.
All right, caller, you're there.
Hello?
Hey.
Yes.
Hey. What's up, girl? What's your question?
What's
Hey,
good?
y'all, this is Kaylin.
Hey, Caitlin.
Hey, y'all. I just had a question. You guys are on the topic of Tuskegee gentlemen and Tuskegee women, and I wanted to gain, what do you guys think classifies a man as a Tuskegee gentleman? Men, I want you to answer it first, and then as women, I want you to say what you feel a Tuskegee, what qualifies a Tuskegee.
But he lies.
Thank you for calling.
Thank
Thank
you,
you, girl.
Thank you very much.
When y'all want to hit it and I just come back and just tear it up.
Don't be spreading no lies though, cause I'll come
I'll
through.
start it. I'll start it off.
Okay.
Don't lie now.
I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
Okay, I think what a Tuskegee gentleman should be is someone who's understanding, patient, honest, respects women. You know, the real deal. But that's not the case at all because a lot of these men are straight up hoes and a lot of these men don't respect women. On the other side, Tuskegee females, they should be, you know, the same as men, understanding, caring, passionate, not willing to cheat. There are 200 guys and 700 girls in my class, and most of these girls getting laid. The numbers don't add up there. So
Damn.
they really don't. So,
If y'all go
Wow,
around
these are
like that,
facts.
You know what the honest about, like, if you're gonna hold around, be honest about it.
Exactly.
There's a lot of women out here who just don't be out front and honest about it. Men, we'll say like, yo,
What do you think a Tuskegee gentleman is?
Tuskegee gentleman. I feel like a Tuskegee gentleman is someone who is was raised right, who has morals and goals and principles.
which is
But
not all of campus.
This is very.
That's
not
about
most-
25% of y'all that
Nah,
are really
it's a
Tuskegee
reason for
gentlemen.
it. We can hit that. It's a reason.
We'll get to that.
It's a
We'll
reason.
get to
Go
that.
ahead.
Uh-huh.
I feel like Tuskegee is someone who has morals and principles and is respectful of their fellow peers and classmen and upperclassmen, yada yada yada. But also at the same point, isn't gonna sit here and deal with all the random bullshit that go on in daily life.
Yeah. I just feel like the Tuskegee gentlemen, y'all are a dying breed, but y'all don't become, first of all, when y'all get to Tuskegee, y'all just nigga. Y'all don't become Tuskegee gentlemen until y'all get into junior, senior year or in grad school when y'all be like, damn, I'm really tired of homework. I should have gave little Tyresha a chance, even though she was ugly.
Alright, with that, I feel like girls don't understand. First thing, when a guy comes to college, this is not for everyone.
Right.
But when a guy comes to college, like, you see a whole lot of different people, a whole lot of different mindsets. And it's kind of a shock to most males. It's like, dang, I could be with this girl and this girl. The only reason why all this happens is because you see that girl sneaking out the back of Bethune, and you just like, well, if she doing it, I'm gonna just make it real with her and just be like, look, we here and we doing this, this, and this. But I got somebody else who real. So if you're not gonna be real, I'm gonna still be with her. But you can keep it popping. But that's not the Tuskegee gentleman. I think a Tuskegee gentleman is somebody who has learned a lot, been through a lot of experiences, seen a lot, and understands that this isn't what the right thing is. So, for example, like, just seeing some girls out here being promiscuous, like,
we not
around.
even hoish.
And we just understand that, look, that's not the type of girl I need, because behind every strong man is a stronger woman. So, once you find that stronger woman, that's when you develop into a better.
Girls can go on to this equality here, but women can hold, men can hold. This the word hold.
She's not the one for you.
Yeah. That's really what you just said.
But it depends. It depends on the degree to which
if
you're
she
holding.
go look at
that's not what I'm saying.
Y'all track record.
It depends on the degree to
what
which.
What if she's like, you're not the man for me because you was hoeing?
Alright, say less. I'm saying that, but I'm gonna come like even if we get to that point, that means I did something right. So you're not about to leave that quick.
Plus, there's a man who
like if we talk about that, then I'm far in. Okay, I really didn't see that, but
run that. Yeah, okay.
But yeah, that's just about all I have to say, honestly.
We're gonna go on a little short break, you guys. We'll be back in less than 10. So
don't forget to call. The number is 334-569-9728. That's 334-56.
Wake your punk ass up.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's been 5 long years and I ain't paid. Damn, I shed so many tears cause of pain. Like a swisher for my pain. Shit ain't been the same ever since the 6th grade. My homie passed, they put a bullet in his brain. A young nigga from the north side, dreaming of vacations on the shore side. Oh my, a mile out during low tide. A 64 Impala just so I can low ride. Yeah, they don't know what they don't know. Nah, they don't know what they don't know. Yeah, they don't know what they don't know. Nah, they don't know what they don't know. I got the juice, yeah, I got a flash, then I gotta go. First I gotta spaz, get my gold teeth, bottom 6. I'm a starting 5 when you ride the bench on that OG. Hella OG, I'm with a bad chick who got cold feet. Never been with a boss like Kobe. Hey, Bryant, they know me. Boss player, #1. Focus on them numbers, son. Yeah, I got a number crunch, cause I deserve that #1. I'll be here for a minute. Nah, I ain't leaving soon. Yeah, I'll be on my grind. Time for you to pay your dues. It's been 5 long years and I ain't paid. Damn, I shed so many tears cause of pain. Like a swisher for my pain. Shit ain't been the same ever since the 6th grade. My homie passed, they put a bullet in his brain. It's been 5 long years and I ain't paid. Damn, I shed so many tears cause of pain. Like a swisher for my pain. Shit ain't been the same ever since the 6th grade. My homie passed, they put a bullet in his brain. Hit Kaya for the kickbacks, take my flow. You better switch that, you got blow. You better kick that to the curb, cause I ain't with that. Yeah, I'm all natural. Surfing through the crowd. Hit that whip, then hit that down, cause I be off that loud. Stay representing that day. Be straight when we get to heaven's gates. I ain't with the games they playing. Lame stay hating. Yeah, I'm just trying to do it my way. Stay representing that day. We gon' be straight when we get to heaven's gates. I ain't with the games they playing. Lame stay hating. Yeah, I'm just trying to do it my way. I'm talking about it's been 5 long years and I ain't paid. Damn, I shed so many tears cause of pain. Like a swisher for my pain. Shit ain't been the same ever since the 6th grade. My homie passed, they put a bullet in his brain. It's been 5 long years and I ain't paid. Damn, I shed so many tears cause of pain. Like a swisher for my pain. Shit ain't been the same ever since the 6th grade. My homie passed, they put a bullet in his brain. It's been 5 long years and I ain't paid. Maybe I'ma get myself. Niggas claiming that they just meet me in the back room. Meet me in the back room. Take it down in the back room.
Do not assume.
Just meet me in the back room.
Meet me in the back room.
Take it live in the back room.
Get live in the back room.
We gon' fuck in the back room.
Fucking in the back room.
Take it down in the back room.
Do not assume.
Go straight to the room. No time for discussions. No assumptions, girl. You know that we fucking beat that pussy up. Like I'm playing the percussion. I need some good loving. Put that thumb in the butt. So what? I'm a freak. Eat that pussy all week. I'm like Bon Appetit when I'm under the sheets. And she want a real freak, so she coming with me. But like Kendrick, this dick ain't free.
This dick ain't free. Nah, this dick ain't free. Told her meet me in the back room, that's where I'ma be. I'ma put your ass to work like a college degree. Said she have a boyfriend, but he Kool-Aid sweet. I'ma wear the kitty out like a new white tee. Told her nigga don't be coming where you do not compete. And all my niggas on top like T.O.P. And if a nigga talking down, then he gon' meet his OG. Goddamn, walked in the spot and I'm truly iced down. K-Splash might take her right now to the back room, cause we going right now.
Just meet me in the back room. If you live in the back room, we gon' fuck in the back room. Take it down in the back room. Just meet me in the back room.
Girl, meet me in the back room.
If you live in the back room,
get live in the back room.
We gon' fuck in the back room.
Girl, we fucking in the back room.
Take it down in the back room.
Do not assume. Girl, meet me in the back room. It's getting live in the back room. Girl, we fucking in the back room. Girl, do not assume.
Baby, don't assume shit. You already know you coming in the back room, you hopping on this dick, you feel me? It's going down tonight in the back room, so just watch it, ho. APS the movement. We up in this thing, we going down. As a matter of fact, I gotta get off this track. I got your bitch waiting on me in the back. Just meet me in the back room.
So
we back, y'all. What we gonna talk about now?
Alright, so I feel like we could just talk about things men can't wear. Well, if you feel, what are the feelings of men wearing female clothing or female wearing men clothing?
If it look cute, it look cute. Yeah, for real. Like, shouts out to Austin, my twin brother. This his shirt. You know what I mean? Like, if it look good, it look good. Like, that's my thing. Like, clothes are clothes, but like what you make it is like your style.
I feel like girls are easier to do that though, because girls are grown up being like, oh yeah, I'm a tomboy, I'm this, I'm that, and if a guy come out and be like, I'm a tom girl, then the
like,
father gonna be like,
why is that though?
I mean, that's
social standards.
Masculinity fragile as hell.
You right.
Like in some cases, if a dude were to walk out in a dress, he's gonna get a lot of like, "What is you doing, homie?" Look.
Well, yeah, that's the gender roles for real though, because in each culture is different. Like, you know, Scottish people be wearing kilts and shit. Like to them, that's completely masculine. Like, you know, like that's like they finna go to war type shit. They wear that, and so it's just where you're from and what it means to be a man, really. So it's just the fact that we have. You know, like, okay, wear a t-shirt, wear pants and stuff, that's more masculine. Wear a full suit, that's more masculine in our American society. But really, it doesn't mean nothing. Like, you can wear whatever you want to wear.
Clothing doesn't make you gay or straight.
Clothing make you cute or
Y'all
ugly.
see how they clown Young Thug when he...
That's a bad look. Young Thug, that's a bad bitch. Y'all leave Jeffrey alone.
But no, what he had on was hard, though.
Like...
You would wear that?
You not gonna do it?
This man look like a samurai, bro.
Like, no, that's like the hardest album art I've like ever seen.
Yeah. I feel like I have no problem with people wearing what they want to wear because that's not me. That's not my body. I ain't gonna judge you. If you the homie and I see you with a dress on, be like, bro, you look fine with that dress on. Because that's my homie.
No, the hell you not.
But if we had
I'm
gonna roast
clown.
I'm gonna roast them first.
He's like, boy.
Well, what is you doing? But then
like,
take that
RuPaul ass.
Guys, we have a question. Ladies, would you date a man who wore men's clothing? Women's clothing.
Saying.
Is it outside or is it in the privacy of your own home? Like, what is it?
So you walking through the cab and Kimmy got on a dress.
Are we talking
hell?
Cross dressing?
Yeah, I'm gonna say, are we talking like wearing women's clothing versus dressing like a woman?
Hold on, what's the difference?
He classifies himself as a man, but he feels comfortable wearing women's clothing.
But what?
I mean,
inside
that's
and
cross
outside the
dressing.
house.
That's not
Okay.
cross dressing.
I mean, you know
if this nigga want to wear my Halsey t-shirt, he can. What
I
the
mean,
fuck?
but that's different.
You're not about to wear my clothes. Okay,
Bro,
we're gonna
then what's
fight.
women's clothing for real?
Right, because that T-shirt is a regular
I'm
T-shirt.
saying,
Like that's not girl or
You know
boy.
how many celebrities, like, bro, even Justin Bieber admitted, and he said, "Yeah, I wear women's jeans because I feel like they're more comfortable."
Yeah, they are. Hands down.
Like, I love my
Well,
jeans.
I feel like if my nigga walked outside with a dress on, I'd be like, okay, babe, I see you. Don't rip my dress though. We gonna fight.
Like,
that's how
y'all
it
remember the
goes.
rompers? Y'all remember the rompers?
I'm about to at the romper. Them shits was so
They were
cute.
cute. They were cute. Very cute.
Jordan, you look so good in the romper.
You should get a romper.
Bro.
Yeah.
Like, and actually,
Y'all want me
like,
to mess it up at the club too, don't
am I-
y'all? Like chopper style? Like nah, bro.
okay,
it's
not all
something
that.
to wear.
It's as enjoyable as that would be to watch,
Yo,
but no,
wild.
but just walking out like and like
It just looks nice.
Basketball players in the 70s were wearing dick appointment shorts.
literally was
different,
wearing your
though.
favorite Victoria's
That's
Secret
a
panties
sportswear.
on the hardwood.
That's
man.
really sports attire. But like, if you'd have seen them like tennis, what if my man's walk out with a tennis skirt on? Like, that's not okay. Y'all got not
First
it's
of all,
not
them
wrong,
shits
it's
is
you
comfortable
mean.
as fuck. You be feeling all the breeze.
It's just
Is
clothes.
but is it no different
Why
than
is it
wearing
not
a
a bag?
long tee?
It's
Like,
Right.
it's a long tee, nigga. That's just a
That's
short
it.
ass. That's
Like,
what
hold
you
on.
Hold on, you wearing a long tee
Whoa.
without shorts on?
Y'all remember?
What if I
What's
just
like
got
a
some
dress?
shorts on, bro?
Oh, that's cool because you got shorts on. Bro.
Okay, but what?
What about
What
the
if
fat
he
ass
got
pants
like
that
that, bro?
football players and baseball players be wearing with the they be double cheeked up and y'all be seeing that shit.
Nah, those,
But y'all don't
those are the compression shorts underneath the pad and all the stuff, so it just builds
That's
up.
so you
They
don't when you
pants
run
tight,
around,
you-
it's like it's not
Back to
everywhere.
the tall tee thing. That was hot and
06.
franchise boy.
That's-
They was wearing them tall
But they
tees.
had
They look
pants
like
on,
dresses.
and they made sure them pants went all the way down to their
Okay,
ankles,
so-
so they
They're
seen
so
them.
big they look like
How
long
is
denim
that?
skirts. The
How would
hell?
you feel about a dude wearing a woman's skirt, but he had on pants underneath?
Well, like
That's-
this, like the
Because
mini
it's getting wild
skirt.
today, like
I mean, it's
that's
like
crazy.
I look at it as like, why? But if you pull it off, like, go ahead, homie, you got it.
Yeah.
If
like,
you pull
if
off
it
a
looks
look,
good, it looks
go
good.
ahead. If you don't, you look stupid.
All right, so
Yeah,
y'all at the
ugly.
club, right? Y'all
You
at
gotta
the
call
club.
it, y'all.
Please don't be my mom.
Nope, never mind.
They
Oh,
hung
just
up.
kidding.
They
They
hung
hung
up.
up.
How would y'all feel?
Okay, it's
Guys.
like Arthur. It's like Arthur. Like, you remember that? Like, you thought he had on, like, a skirt or whatever. At least I did. You know, it's just a long ass t-shirt under his sweatshirt. And then he had jeans under. Like, you just thought it was just a skirt. And he was like, okay, Arthur, you fly as fuck. Like, it's just that.
So random question. This for the guys. Y'all go to the club, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So now, let's say my boy Daniel is wearing a beautiful dress, sported with some pearls on his hand, and like he look curvy, like it's really straight. And then you at the club, and you like, dang, homie, big, but it don't got no hair, but it's probably a girl. And then you go behind him, and then he turn around, he like, yeah, what's up, bro? Like,
I'm trying to figure out what
you
this
not,
has
that's
to do
not
with
okay.
anything.
That's him going out in a dress
That's
like.
no fault. Didn't nobody tell you to walk up?
Exactly.
I mean,
Who said the ass was for you to begin
This is
with?
why there's different clothes for different people. It just shows.
bro,
like,
because-
But when y'all
Oh, so you can pick who to harass better.
Oh,
who to dance
Drag
with?
Whoa.
her.
Yeah, bro. I mean, what somebody
Whoa.
weird don't mean
Flag.
anything for real. And it's one of those things where if I
Flag
see,
on play.
I mean, I don't be going out and be on I don't be on that shit when I'm out for real.
Oh yeah, but I'm just saying, typical scenario.
Yeah.
I watch too much damn TV.
Yeah, I'm really not gonna approach anybody for real. I'm gonna just be cool and type shit, and I'm gonna just be like, damn, wherever that person is, they wearing that fit for real. Like, they killing it. I'm over here making money.
But
I'm not gonna look at him and be like, damn.
I feel like y'all are still talking more about dressing like a woman than wearing women's clothing. Like, I can wear men's clothing and not look like a guy, like straight up men's dress shirts and shit like that.
Yeah.
But then when I hear women's clothing, I think of like he'll wear women's jeans or women's jacket, or like Young Thug will wear a skirt but make it look like something. But y'all, I think y'all are like venturing into the weird shit of it, which is like cross dressing.
Yeah, well, that's still a double standard aspect of it, though, because women get judged differently from men, and we all know this. And
I mean, I still be getting called sir in public, so I mean.
Yeah, I had my hoodie up one time and I was on a plane and this lady called me, sir, I need you to bring up your table. Excuse you, I got boobs.
Sad story, bro. quick story. I was in the YMCA locker room, and I like work out in sweatshirts and sweatpants and shit like that. And so I walked in the locker room to like change back because I was disgusting. And so this Indian lady, she came up to me. She was like, excuse me, sir, this is She
got the accent.
And I took off my hoodie, and I still had hair. And so she was like, oh, I'm sorry. So it's women wearing men's clothing isn't the best shit either. So, all right.
So let's switch it to more emotions and. Do y'all think it's okay for men to cry?
Yes.
Exactly.
Nothing wrong with it.
There's not. Be emotional. Talk to me. Communicate with me. Like, let me know.
I mean, I don't feel like it's okay for anybody to cry.
Oh, bullshit.
Grow up.
You look like you've been crying.
Goldie just finished crying like.
I was literally listening to like Lana Del Rey in the car and like crying about like
them two glizzies do something to you.
So y'all would
Why you snit?
So y'all would cry in front of your
Huh?
Mom, it wasn't me.
Would you cry in front of your girlfriend?
I mean, yeah. If the situation is justifiable, like to me, I feel like it's certain things like I'm just where I come from and like how I was raised. It's like don't cry about anything. Like instead of spending that time whining, because it's like instead of whining about oh my god this happened, oh my god what's going on, like what am I gonna do? Cut out all the like bullshit and procrastinating, because that's really what crying can be, is procrastinating, and go into the mindset of I gotta get this done. Like I still gotta pay these bills. I still gotta take care of whatever business I have. And I feel like a lot of times that's where it needs to come from, instead of making crying like weak. You're not weak because you cry. It's just it can be procrastination instead of actually dealing with your problems.
It's really what you do after you cry. Like it's okay to cry, but if you just gonna cry and be sad and just let your life all the shit, then that makes you weak. But if you cry and it's like, all right, this shit sucked, but like go out and like like I said, address that shit, like go out and get that shit, then it's cool to cry, but don't cry about everything.
Don't forget to call in 334-569-9728. You can also text your questions to 334-569-9728, and we can get a response to that question and the one that Cortland is about to ask.
Oh yeah, well, I don't even remember the question.
Well, what do guys think when women cry?
It depends on why.
God damn it!
To be honest.
If they're just crying, like if
why
you
you
come
tripping,
home, I'm gonna
man?
paint a
Why
scenario. Like if you come home and your girl's sitting on the couch, she's boo-hoo crying.
I'm wondering.
What do you think is going on in her head?
I'm wondering if I did something.
First of all, hold up. What did I?
I be running through my I was like, all right, so did I do something, some dumb shit?
I walked down the street. I did look at that, but no.
Go through remember now. All right, where did I fuck up?
Damn.
No, didn't fuck up. The first thing you rolled,
or maybe you did fuck up. You don't know how you fucked up.
Yeah. First you ask what's wrong, and you assess the situation first and foremost. Just to be sure you walk in, you don't just stand like, what I do. You go in, you comfort someone, no matter who, guy or girl. If someone's calling and bawling their eyes out, you don't just let them do their thing.
Yeah, I feel like when a girl cries, it's crazy. Like you just start getting stressed over everything. Like, dang, did this guy hit her up? Like, did her ex hit her up and make her cry? Or it's just a whole lot that just runs through my mind, and I feel for ladies when they cry, and I don't really like to cry because I feel like crying is a waste of time. But when a female cries, it's like I feel like it's a lot of things that make her overwhelmed, because I know it's a lot of strong females who don't like to cry. So when I see them cry, it's just crazy. Like I start to get worried.
We not robots, y'all.
Okay, I have a quick question, y'all. Why is crying automatically associated with crying
with women?
With women, we
stronger than men.
Yeah,
because masculinity is so fragile.
That's
That's gonna be the answer to everything.
It starts when niggas are raised. You always hear what your daddy say.
What you crying for?
You like
why you crying like a little girl?
Yeah.
Like a little bitch. Like a little bitch.
But I feel like most of the time, if guys are crying, they're not gonna cry in front of you, like as like your girlfriend. Like you're not gonna cry in front of her and let her see you like that.
Because that's the person you're supposed to be the strongest.
Bro, what? Why not? I cry in front of my girl.
Like
I cry in front
I
of my
need you're not a robot.
You're also a woman.
You usually don't see men crying though. You usually just bear it under souls until it just all comes out hard as hell.
And
like,
so they start.
That's why they're fucking lunatics. Why they be
right? That's
fucking.
That's how you bred psychos and abusive
Want
men.
it to be that? Like, do you want to hold it? Is that?
I mean, but that's what I'm saying. Like, don't hold it. Don't hold it in. Just like don't cry from a sense of, okay, why are you like? Just when you start to cry, ask yourself, why are you crying? What can you do to fix it and solve the problem? Like, it's not about masculinity and like you being weak or showing your emotions, making you a bitch.
I feel like crying. Okay, when I was a baby, I cried because I couldn't get this and I couldn't say it. But now I can speak. I can do something for myself. If I'm getting mad. For me, instead of crying, I'm gonna go take a jog. I'm gonna go walk. Like, it's other things I could do to supplement that. I feel like crying was supposed to, in my opinion, I feel like crying was supposed to stop after you were able to start talking. Like,
crying is a coping mechanism.
Is it or is it just because when you were a baby you thought it was straight? And
I mean, shit evolves. Like like you use different things. Like different things like have different reasons. Like you cry, you know, when you're 2 months old because you're hungry, but you don't want to say, "Mom, I'm fucking hungry." Give me the titty. Like,
I feel like it's more acceptable for men. Well, high key is more acceptable for men to like show anger than they are to cry. But those are both emotions. You can punch a hole in the wall and people are like, "Oh, he did that because he was mad." But if you start crying in public, people look at you like you doing something wrong. And why is that? You know what I mean?
No, I definitely feel that because think about it, whenever you walk in somewhere. You walk in to the homie house, you see your homie sitting down crying, you like, damn. I mean, to the average person, you gonna be like, damn, like some real crazy shit happened. Yeah. But if you walk in, you see your homie like punching something on the wall, and you be like, damn, this nigga mad. Like, okay.
You trapping.
Fall back, man.
Like, hey, bro.
Yeah.
But in all honesty, like me personally, if I get like super heated and super mad, I will start to cry. I don't cry with, I get sadness. I cry in anger. Every emotion.
Your face get hot.
Yeah, like every emotion is, like if crying is get tied to a certain emotion. Some people cry when they just don't know how to express their feelings. Some people cry when they're sad.
For sure.
Some people cry when they're mad. So it just depends on
I'd be like, what the fuck's going on?
When I start stuttering and don't know what to say, I'll be now I'll be like, yeah, you know what? I just cry at school. But that's some shower crying too.
So
So.
now I have a question from the sidelines. So, is it okay for men to appear weak, and what does it mean to, you know,
weak or vulnerable?
Yeah,
there's vulnerable. Let's change it.
I mean, if my homie mama died.
What you said? No.
Wait, what?
Is it okay for
us to appear vulnerable?
Yes,
I was about to say we could
vulnerable to a certain extent. I say vulnerable to a certain extent.
Yeah, you can't be vulnerable 24/7.
Weak and vulnerable.
Weak is showing like I'm a whole.
I feel like weak is like a more permanent state, while vulnerable is more temporary. Because vulnerable is like kind of opening yourself up for a minute, but weak is just always just like,
why you always hollering at me? Why you always at home at that shit?
Brad, my girl always hollering at me. I'm gonna get mad. What? I'm sorry, I'm not a guy, but you know.
Yeah. Why? Wait. What? So.
I love you, Casey.
Yeah, can you run that back real quick?
Yeah, run that back.
So I'm gonna ask it to the ladies. So y'all know how every now and then you may meet a guy and he's just like very weak. Like he's always complaining. He complains more than you.
Oh, okay.
I mean that's complaining.
So bitches.
But what isn't complaining just annoying? Period. Like I've like stopped being friends with like somebody cause just a girl like because she just complained too much.
Or
like
you yell at him, he just break down crying.
I'm not allowed to be yelled at. I mean, but
Nah,
you know,
that's
nothing
not
break down.
right.
I mean, but what he yelling? What is she yelling at?
I start hugging up with dude. Come here. Something wrong.
Exactly.
Why does that make him weak though? That he's like why are you doing this?
That's not vulnerable anymore.
That's weak. That's wrong. Like
But why does that make you weak? Because you're more attentive to somebody else's. Like you're not so much focused on being angry and like projecting back out on the other person. You're just like you're coming at me with it. You're yelling at me. Why would I want to harm you? Because I love you. I'm not about to yell back at you.
So you cry? That's weak.
Because if you frustrated and you don't want to like that's that frustration shit.
Nah.
Like you don't want to like put your hands on her. You don't want to like make any violent gestures because that's gonna scare her just as bad. And then depending on how much damage to you, it could scare her worse. Because like you bust that mirror and she's like, damn, that could have been my job.
Okay,
Some shit.
So if you yell at your girl, like, what do you want her to do?
Oh, daddy, I'm sorry.
You can yell back. I'm cool with that. Like,
no, I'm saying if you start like if she do some fuck ass shit, like you see her hugged up and kissing on another dude,
I'm gonna yell at her.
Yeah,
I probably won't even.
I'm like, no, this is over.
I probably just be like, here, thanks.
Yeah, I probably just
because I'm a legit like if it's something like that. There's a reason behind every action most people do. So I'm like why are you doing this, that, and third? It may be like yelling match, this, that, or whatever.
So how do y'all feel the world would be without women?
The world wouldn't be.
Like y'all be pregnant, having periods.
Wait, why we gotta have periods?
Because you gotta reproduce.
Actually,
well, they don't have to reproduce.
Imagine bleeding out your dicks once a month.
You saying without women, not men.
You only want to think about that shit.
Look without women.
It literally would not be a mess. Oh my god!
Nah, we would be real chill though. It'd be real chill. Like nobody. It'd barely be arguments.
It would be
real
chill.
It'll be real chill with that sweaty ball aroma in the air.
Yeah. Everybody will be comparing themselves like, yeah, I'm better than that. Exactly. But I mean, also we probably just settle.
Y'all gonna have pissing contests. Y'all gonna make pissing contests in an Olympic sport.
Yeah.
That would be lit.
That would be nice. Like, get that quick meter.
Oh shit, it'd be horrible.
What was that?
Horrible.
A world without men.
We kill each other.
No, I don't agree with that.
Women are some spiteful ass creatures.
They are, but like I feel like we could prosper though. Like if everybody got in the same mindset on the low, you know.
Well, actually,
we could
women
really go somewhere.
Women be spiting each other because of men, though. Maybe the world would be better.
See, exactly.
Nah, but then y'all gonna go through some stuff like every month, and then one person gonna get mad at this person, and it's downhill from there.
Okay, but when you say like it was that time of the month, they kind of
guys
understand
don't
a
do
little
that.
bit
We
more.
all just
y'all. What if every woman on the earth was like in sync?
Oh no! Oh fuck no!
It'd be a week every month of just hell. Like,
it would be hell week once a month.
You good? Let me fuck along. Like okay.
Like good morning.
Then really men would have like no presence on earth.
Yeah.
Niggas was like, all right, I'm out.
Guys probably wouldn't.
Who has the easier life? White men.
Oh well, yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Nah, but it's some things that y'all girls be really getting.
I think
for.
guys have it a little bit easier.
It
like
depends on
in
the
college,
aspect.
we broke, but
For real.
y'all could really
like
be
women.
straight.
Women finesse.
Like,
women can finesse more
yes,
in college.
Yes.
Women can finesse more in college.
No, bro.
I have one thing to say, and why men we bleed. Look at me. We bleed once a month. I mean, once a month for 7 days. Every month for like 30, 40 years. We're automatically like at the bottom, like on some shit. Bleed out your dick for it once a month.
Hold on, bro.
With
y'all
Captain
can
Moon
get
wings.
into the club for free. That's one thing.
Wow.
Now y'all probably gonna get lit for free. Like it's so much free things.
But the thing about
What they gotta do with my uterine lining shedding?
We're talking about is it easier for girls or men?
Okay, let's
and there's
go
birth
with
control.
like just waking up in the morning.
For kids that I don't want.
There's birth control.
Hold on.
I don't want
I know ways to avoid it.
Why? We're not gonna have that question because it's easier for men. Period. Like, bro, it's a patriarchal society. If you're not doing your thing, bro, then
whose side are you on, bro?
Where
was
that?
It's not about.
It's on the side of logic.
The side of logic. Right?
It's like
y'all just want to know another normal nigga to believe y'all.
But no, it's like this.
Y'all.
Like,
are you a
being
typical
black
man?
versus white, bro? If you're white in this society, nigga, how are you not winning? Like, you really lacking. Like, it's one of those things where society is set up for your betterment. Society is set up against women. Women make less than men. That's a literal fact in any field. A literal fact. Like, women get taxed on more shit. The shit that they need, they get taxed on. And it's like, even on top of that, bro, most of the time, women, when they do some shit, like, it's always on them. Like, oh, what did she do to deserve that? Or like, you know, even for raping, example, it's, oh, why was she out late? You know,
what was she wearing?
No, why was she walking down the street in the middle
How
of the
many
night
male
by
rape
herself?
cases do you know of?
I have a question, you guys. And this is going to be the last question. Let's go ahead and wrap this up. So, today, who do y'all feel is the head of the household? According to today's roles, today's statistics, what you see every day, what are you accustomed to now? Who is head of the household, the man or the woman?
I think it's split.
It depends on the
job.
Like, what do you qualify? What characters do you qualify? Like the person
Who's the
who
breadwinner? Put it like that.
the bread, but does it
It's
matter?
gonna hands down be a man though.
But does it matter when when they bring home the bread, but the wife handles the finances? The wife makes sure all the bills are paid. The wife makes sure all the cars are taken care of, that the kids are taken care of, and stuff like that. So then I kind of think like the woman is kind of the head of the household because. I mean, she kind of keeps she's the foundation of the house.
Yeah, like, it depends on the role everyone plays. Like, if the husband does everything, then he's running it. If the wife does everything, then she runs it.
Head of the household is that like who has the last say or?
No, head of the household technically is defined by who brings home the most money. That is the term for head of household. So, like, that's gonna be the man because they make more than women.
But men
depending on the occupation,
a woman a lot more.
If the woman, if
on
you're
average, it's men though.
On average, it is men.
Statistically, on average.
You mind scooting over for a second? Because I'd like to jump in real quick.
Oh, God.
Guys, we're having technical difficulties.
It's okay, we back. Can you see me?
Naila Espn.
Yo, so yes, it's Naila. Sorry for crowding out your space. But okay, so my household was kind of different because my mom makes more than my dad, and my dad kind of does the stereotypical like cleaning and cooking, and like, you know, he was the caretaker for me and my sister most of the time. He was the one who picked us up from practice all the time and stuff like that. They basically switched roles, but it was so weird the way that when we went out in public or when I talked to other people, they still talk to him like he's the one who calls all the shots in my family, even though my mom would be the head of household based on like the stereotype and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like she had a more dominant personality and stuff, and people still talk to him like he's supposed to be making the decisions, and they still look at him funny when because he makes less than she does. You know what I mean? But she worked to get there, and they still treat him as better than automatically. And so whenever I hear these conversations and stuff, I'm always like, I wish that it was more equal, you know what I mean? And I wish that they wouldn't have to function as equal, because my mom definitely put in the work to be where she is. But, you know what? I do wish that. I mean, I do want them to be treated as equal. But still, it was really weird to see that growing up and to, like, come and interact with people who have more traditional households, or come to people who have matriarchal households because they grow up with single mothers and stuff. It's not really that way, because you still get treated as a woman regardless of what you've done to support your family and stuff like that. I don't know if anybody else has a...
Yeah, that's how. Well, my dad makes. I mean, you know, my dad makes. My mom like kind of like handles the finances. You know, make sure everything's good. You know, stuff like that. I hope they don't mind me sharing that. But I mean, I just saw how like marriage is like a very equal playing field. It doesn't matter. Like money doesn't matter in the long run. It's like the stability of it all.
Y'all just gonna stop?
I mean,
about that time.
About that time,
All right, are we done for today? I think we're done for today. Thank you guys for tuning in and everything.
Thank you.
Don't forget to subscribe to Melanination on Twitter, Instagram. Don't forget the giveaway.
Oh yeah, the big giveaway for Halloween. You can win a $25 Sephora gift card, a $20 gas card, and what else? A candy basket. So y'all might want to enter.
Sephora? School?
Tuskegee.
Also shout out to Tuskegee Virtual.
For the studio, thank you so much. Thank you for calling in if you did. Thank you for messaging if you did. Don't forget to do it next week. 334-569-9728. Or 334-56.
Wake your punk ass up.
There you go, WYCAU. And we'll be coming out with flyers for the next show, so stay tuned.
It's a party, y'all.
What we got for homecoming?
It's been 5 long years and I ain't paid. Damn, I shed so many tears cause of pain. Like a swisher for my pain. Shit ain't been the same ever since the 6th grade. My homie passed, they put a bullet in his brain. A young nigga from the north side, dreaming of vacations on the shore side. Oh my, a mile out during low tide. A 64 Impala just so I can low ride. Yeah, they don't know what they don't know. Nah, they don't know what they don't know. Yeah, they don't know what they don't know. Nah, they don't know what they don't know. I got the juice, yeah, I got a flash, then I gotta go first. I gotta spaz, get my gold teeth, bottom 6. I'ma start at 5 when you ride the bench on that OG. Hella OG, I'm with a bad chick who got cold feet. Never been with a boss like Kobe. Hey, Bryant, they know me. Boss player, #1. Focus on them numbers, son. Yeah, I got a number crunch, cause I deserve that #1. I'll be here for a minute. Nah, I ain't leaving soon. Yeah, I'll be on my grind. Time for you to pay your dues. It's been 5 long years and I ain't paid. Damn, I my chest so many tears cause of pain. Like a swisher for my pain. Shit ain't been the same ever since the 6th grade. My homie passed, they put a bullet in his brain. It's been 5 long years and I ain't paid. Damn, my chest so many tears cause of pain. Like a swisher for my pain. Shit ain't been the same ever since the 6th grade. My homie passed, they put a bullet in his brain. Hit Kaya for the kickbacks, take my flow, you better switch that. You got blow, you better kick that to the curb, cause I ain't with that. Yeah, I'm all natural, surfing through the crowd. Hit that whip, then hit that dab, cause I be off that loud. Stay representing that day. Be straight when we get to heaven's gates. I ain't with the games they playing. Blame stay hating. Yeah, I'm just trying to do it my way. Stay representing that day. We gon' be straight when we get to heaven's gates. I ain't with the games they playing. Blame stay hating. Yeah, I'm just trying to do it my way. I'm talking about it's been 5 long years and I ain't paid. Damn, my chest so many tears cause of pain. Like a swisher for my pain. Shit ain't been the same ever since the 6th grade. My homie passed, they put a bullet in his brain. It's been 5 long years and I ain't paid. Damn, my chest so many tears cause of pain. Like a swisher for my pain. Shit ain't been the same ever since the 6th grade. My homie passed, they put a bullet in his brain. It's been 5 long years and I ain't paid. Maybe I'ma get myself.